Now let me talk about another element of guns that's very important that people don't realize. Let's say, God forbid, you're at home at night and you're sound asleep and you hear that unmistakable sound of breaking glass from inside and a crunch, and you know somebody has broken into your house. You take your gun out from wherever you keep it, and it's fully loaded, and you get to a position of either cover or concealment. Cover stops bullets, concealment hides you from sight. There's a difference. And the intruder comes into your bedroom, and you shout at the person and say, "Stop, I'm armed," and a shot rings out, and it whizzes by you and you hear it. And it's got a very characteristic sound. You know what it is. And there's no more time for dialing 911 or shouting anymore. And you fire at the shadowy figure you see, and you fire 3 or 4 times, and you hit them right in the center of mass, right where you were trained to shoot, and the person falls. What do you do next?
Shoot him again.
Shoot him again. This guy said get a shovel last time. What do? What's the common thing everybody figures to do?
911.
Dial 911. That's why I wrote this book. After you shoot, your gun's hot, the perp's not. Now what? If you dial 911, you're talking into a police tape recorder. Don't you have the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Well, you just gave it up. Took me 15 years to put these dots together. People think I'm a smart guy. Apparently not. But you talk to any lawyer and they tell you STFU. You figure that one out. STFU. Don't say anything. And everybody says dial 911. You're talking to a police tape recorder. You're giving up the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will, I'll take questions at the end. Anything you say can and will be used against you, and it will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present prior to and during questioning. What's the nature of the emergency, sir? What do you say?
Nothing.
Nothing, okay. What's the nature of the emergency, sir? Is anybody on the line? What happened? Do you need help? Nobody can do that. Your blood pressure's up, your adrenaline's running. You've been through the most traumatic experience of your life. Everybody who's been through it says they are bursting with a need to talk. You're gonna stand there silently? It can't be done. You're gonna blab. You're gonna spill your guts. Every single word's gonna be recorded. You're going to end up in a lot of trouble. You're going to convict yourself. So what do? I spoke to 70 different prosecutors, judges, trainers, defense attorneys, people who've been through it, to write that book and to find out what to do. You know who gave me the best ideas? The police. What do? You've read this in the newspapers. They whisk the officer out of contact with everybody. 2 weeks later, he issues a written statement drafted with a team of lawyers. He doesn't say anything. The thing you should do is call your lawyer. George, I just shot some guy. I hope he dies. The dirty son of a bitch trying to kill me. You want that on tape? That's what people say. 911, what's the nature of the emergency? I just shot some guy. Prosecutor's job is over. Maybe you're smart. Some guy's been shot. Passive voice, trying to hide it. Who's been shot, sir? I don't know, he's lying here bleeding on my floor. That'll go over well with the jury, and they'll play it on the media nationwide for weeks, forever. Is he dead? I don't know. We'll make sure. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, he's dead, now what? Don't do that. That's a joke for this room. I deny ever having said that. It was a guy who looks like me. We came up with 5 solutions on what to do after a shooting. One of them comes from the world's top expert in the use of lethal force. And Bill Montgomery, our county attorney, helped us draft a law that we introduced twice in the legislature called the 911 Limited Immunity Law that lets you talk on 911 because you've got a civil and moral duty to call for medical assistance and a police response. There may be a perpetrator out there. The guy might have an accomplice. He might need medical attention. If you call your attorney first, which the police do, this guy might bleed out. That won't look so good. You face a murder charge instead of aggravated assault. But you should be able to call your attorney, and your attorney should call the police so you make no statement. Or you should be able to call the police so your statement can't be used against you, but you can use it in your own defense. And that law is drafted and it's in here. But until that becomes law, you should say 4 words. I was just attacked. I was just attacked. That means a crime has been committed, police response is needed. Medical response is probably needed. And don't say anything else. I was just attacked. It's about as neutral a statement as we could come up with. It's never been tested in court. Will it work? Who knows? I don't want to be the test case.